Dad opened the box, looked at the watch, looked at my brother's golf clubs on the couch. His face changed. $500? He said. Not a question, an accusation. Derek leaned back in his chair, smiled. I went with the Callaway Apex set. 2 grand. Dad's been wanting to upgrade for years. The living room went quiet. 12 people. Mom, Derek, his wife Amanda, my sister Sarah, her boyfriend, 4 aunts and uncles, 2 cousins, grandma in the corner, all watching. Dad turned the watch over, engraving on the back. JM, from your son. He didn't read it out loud. Just set it back in the box. This is what you bring me, he said. For my 62nd birthday? I'd saved for 4 months. Worked overtime, skipped lunches. $500 for a watch he'd actually wear. Derek's golf club sat there, price tag still dangling. $2,000. I thought you'd like it, I said. It's engraved. I can see that. Dad looked at Derek's clubs again. Your brother understands what it means to give a proper gift. You show up with clearance jewelry. It's not clearance. It's from... I don't care where it's from. He stood up. You make what? $67,000 a year? And this is what you can manage? The room got colder. Derek makes $180,000. Everyone knew that. He mentioned it at every family dinner. I wanted to get you something personal, I said. Personal. Dad laughed. Not the good kind. You know what's personal? Generosity. Your brother gets it. You... He shook his head. You're a cheapskate, always have been. Mom touched his arm. Jim, maybe we should... Get out, Dad said. I blinked. What? Get out of my house. If you can't respect me enough to bring a decent gift, you can leave. 12 people, watching, waiting. I looked at the watch in the box, at Dad's face, at Derek smirking behind his wine glass. I stood up, grabbed my jacket. Enjoy the golf clubs, I said. Walked out. Nobody followed me. The door shut behind me. I stood there on the porch for 5 seconds. Heard laughter inside. Derek's voice. Well, that went better than expected. More laughter. I got in my car, put the watch box on the passenger seat, started the engine. That's when my phone buzzed. Credit card alert. 1,424, utilities payment. Monthly. Status. Completed. I stared at the notification, then another buzz. 487, phone plan payment, 5 lines. Status. Completed, another. 89, streaming services, bundle. Status. Completed. I pulled out of the driveway. Notifications kept coming. 67 others. LA Fitness. Derek's membership. 124. Car insurance. Sarah's policy. $310. Grocery delivery. Weekly. By the time I reached the gas station 2 miles away, I'd received 14 notifications. I pulled over. Opened my banking app. Scrolled through 3 years of automated payments. Every month. Like clockwork. Started adding them up. Not in my head. Opened Notes app. Made a list. Utilities. Electric, water, gas. 1,424-month phone plan. 5 lines. Mom, Dad, Derek, Amanda, Sarah. 487-month streaming services. Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, HBO, Spotify family. 89-month internet. 79-month Derek's gym. 67-month grocery delivery. 310-month. Averaged. Sarah's car insurance. 124-month home security system. 43-month, $2,623 per month. Times 36 months. 94,428. I sat there in the gas station parking lot. Engine running. Staring at that number. $94,428. 3 years ago, Dad lost his job. Just temporary, Mom said. Just until he finds something new. He found something new 3 months later. The payments never stopped. Nobody ever said thank you. Nobody ever said anything. It just became expected. My phone rang. Mom, let it ring. Text appeared. Sweetheart, your father didn't mean that. Come back inside. We have cake. I looked at my list. Looked at the watch box on the seat. Engraved. Personal. $500. Cheapskate. I made a decision, not in anger, in clarity. 5:17 a.m. the next morning. I woke up early, made coffee, opened my laptop, logged into every account, hovered finger over remove payment method, thought about 3 years of temporary help, thought about Cheapskate in front of 12 people, thought about 94,428, thought about the watch engraving Dad never read, tapped it. 5:22 a.m. Utilities autopay removed. 5:24 a.m. Phone plan. Autopay removed. 5:27 a.m. Streaming services canceled. 5:29 a.m. Internet autopay removed. 1st a.m. Derek's gym membership canceled. 5:35 a.m. Grocery delivery canceled. 5:38 a.m. Sarah's car insurance removed from my account. 5:41 a.m. Security system removed. Set a timer. 17 minutes total. Made more coffee. Sat on my couch. Put the watch on my wrist. By morning, they'd know. By afternoon, they'd call. By evening, they'd understand. Not me. The money. My phone started buzzing at 9:47 a.m. I was at work. 14 missed calls by lunch. I didn't answer any of them. 6:04 p.m. Blocked caller. Let it ring. 6:07 p.m. Different area code. Declined. 6:11 p.m. Dad calling. Sent a voicemail. Listen to it later. Michael, the power company just called. Payment declined. What the hell is going on? Call me back. Now. Deleted it. 6:43 p.m. Mom calling. Ignored. Voicemail. Honey, there's some kind of mistake with the accounts. Netflix isn't working. Neither is the internet. Can you check on that? Call me when you get this. No mistake, Mom. 7:15 p.m. Text from Derek. Dude, what's going on? My gym card got declined, and my phone service is saying payment failed. Can you fix this? I typed a response. Fixed it. Deleted it without sending. By 9 p.m. I had 34 missed calls, 12 voicemails, 47 text messages. I ordered pizza, watched TV on my own Netflix account, went to bed at 10:30, slept fine, better than I had in 3 years. The next morning I checked my phone. 62 new notifications overnight. One group chat I didn't know existed. Family, no Michael. 73 unread messages. I scrolled through. Mom, has anyone heard from Michael? Sarah, no, his phone's going straight to voicemail. Derek, this is insane. Everything's shut off. Dad, he's being childish. Give him time to cool off. Amanda, should we be worried? This isn't like him. Uncle Steve, what happened at the party? Mom, just a small disagreement about a gift. Uncle Steve, what kind of disagreement shuts off someone's utilities? Dad, it's complicated. Uncle Steve, I'm asking Michael directly. Then a new message appeared in my regular text messages. Uncle Steve, kid, what's going on? Your parents are freaking out. I replied, remember 3 years ago when Dad lost his job and I helped with bills temporarily? Check how much I've paid since then. It's not temporary anymore. Uncle Steve, how much? 94,428, give or take. 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Uncle Steve? Jesus Christ. Uncle Steve. And they called you cheap over a birthday gift? $500 watch. Engraved. He called me a cheapskate. Told me to get out. Uncle Steve. I'll call you later. He posted in the family chat. Uncle Steve. Jim, you need to apologize to your son. This is bigger than a birthday gift. Dad. This is between me and Michael. Uncle Steve. No, it's between you and $94,000 of his money. The chat went silent for 3 hours. Then exploded. I didn't read it. Just went to work. Thursday. Day 2 without their utilities. Mom called from a blocked number at 11 a.m. I answered without thinking. Michael, thank God we need to talk. About what? About this situation, the bills. Everything's being declined. I know. Can you fix it? It's already fixed. I removed the autopay. You'll need to set up your own now. Silence. But we can't afford. That's not my problem anymore. Michael, please. We're a family. Families don't call their kids cheapskates at birthday parties. Your father didn't mean, he meant it, in front of 12 people, while I sat there with a $500 gift I'd saved 4 months for. While Derek showed off his $2,000 golf clubs that he bought the same day. Derek makes more money, and I've given you $94,000 over 3 years. Derek's given you zero. I hung up, blocked that number too. Went back to work. Friday, day 3. I got a text from Sarah. Different number. She was calling from someone's phone. Mike, this is serious. My car insurance is gone. I can't drive without insurance. You're 29. Get your own insurance. I can't afford it right now. Funny, neither could I, but I paid it anyway. That was your choice. No, it was expected. There's a difference. She didn't respond. Saturday morning. I woke up to a knock on my door. 8:47 a.m. Looked through the peephole. Dad. Standing there in jeans and an old jacket, looking older than I remembered. I didn't open the door. He knocked again. Harder. Michael, I know you're in there. Your car's outside. I stayed quiet. We need to talk. Man to man. Still nothing. The utilities are due Monday. If we don't pay, they're shutting everything off. I turned away from the door. He knocked for another 6 minutes, then left. I watched from the window as he sat in his car for 20 minutes, staring at my building, then drove away. Sunday, day 5. The family group chat, the one I was in, finally noticed I'd left. Mom. Michael left the family chat. When did that happen? Sarah. 3 months ago. Mom. 3 months? And nobody noticed? Silence. That's when I knew I'd made the right decision. I'd been gone from the family chat for 3 months. Not one person noticed. Not one, where'd Mike go? Not one, did anyone see Michael left? 3 months. Monday morning, utilities due. I got a text from a number I didn't recognize. This is your cousin Jennifer. Your mom asked me to reach out. She's crying. Your dad won't leave his room. Derek's freaking out. Can you please just talk to them? I typed back. Tell them I'll talk, after they refund $94,428. Jennifer. That's not realistic. Me. Then we have nothing to talk about. Jennifer. You're being cruel. Me. I was their ATM for 3 years. Now I'm cruel? Check your math. She didn't respond. By noon, my phone was silent. No calls, no texts, no voicemails. Just quiet. And for the first time in 3 years, that quiet felt like peace. I looked at the watch on my wrist. Engraved. Personal. $500 saved over 4 months. Worth every penny. Even if he never read the inscription. Especially because he never read it. Because I didn't buy it for him anymore. I bought it for me. To remember the day I stopped being a cheapskate and started being expensive. Week 1. Monday. Phone buzzing woke me up at 6:14 a.m. 34 missed calls, all from numbers I'd blocked. 12 voicemails. I deleted them without listening, got ready for work. At my desk by 8 a.m., normal day, until 10:30. My coworker Janet stopped by my desk. Hey, Michael. Someone called for you on the main office line. Said it was a family emergency. I looked up. Who? Your mother. She said your cell wasn't working and she needed to reach you urgently. Blood pressure rising. What did you tell her? That I'd pass along the message. She said to tell you the power company called about overdue payment and they're shutting off service Wednesday unless it's resolved. Everyone within earshot was now listening. Thanks, I said. I'll handle it. Janet hesitated. Is everything okay? She sounded really stressed. Everything's fine. Family stuff. She walked away. I pulled out my phone, opened my personal email, found Mom's email address, typed one line, do not call my workplace again. This is a boundary. Respect it or I block you completely. Sent. Went back to work. Didn't check my phone until lunch. 47 new messages in a group chat. The family one. The one they'd kicked me out of 3 months ago and never noticed. Someone added me back. Derek. Derek. Mike, we need to talk. This has gone far enough. Mom. Please, honey, just call us. Dad. Your mother is beside herself. This needs to stop. Sarah. My car insurance is gone. I can't drive to work tomorrow. Aunt Linda. What on earth is happening? Uncle Steve. I'll tell you what's happening. Jim called his son a cheapskate after Michael gave him a $500 engraved watch. Meanwhile, Michael's been paying their bills for 3 years. The chat went silent. Then, Aunt Linda. 3 years? Uncle Steve. Almost $95,000. Aunt Linda. Are you serious? Derek. That's between them. Stay out of it. Uncle Steve. No, it's between your entire family and Michael's bank account. Which one of you has contributed a single dollar to those bills? Silence. Uncle Steve. That's what I thought. Uncle Steve. Michael, you did the right thing. Don't let them guilt you into going back. I set my phone down. Uncle Steve was Dad's younger brother. Hadn't spoken to each other in 2 years over something stupid. But he'd just defended me publicly, in front of everyone. First person to do that in 3 years. I typed back, "Thanks, Uncle Steve." Uncle Steve. "Anytime, kid. You need anything, call me." Left the group chat again. This time, someone would notice. Week 1. Tuesday. Derek showed up at my apartment. 7 p.m. Knocked on the door. "Mike, I know you're in there. I saw your car." I opened the door. Didn't invite him in. "What?" "We need to talk about this." "No, we don't. Mom's rationing her medication because she can't afford the refills." That one hit. I stopped. "What medication?" "Her thyroid medication. Costs $240 a month without insurance. She's taking it every other day to make it last." I felt something shift. "That's not safe," I said. "I know. That's why I'm here. Whatever's going on between you and Dad, Mom doesn't deserve this." I didn't do this to Mom. I stopped paying for things that were supposed to be temporary 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we were in crisis. And you make $180,000 a year. Where were you? Derek's jaw tightened. I have a mortgage, a family, expenses. I have expenses too. I just put them second to yours for 3 years. So now Mom suffers? Mom stood there while Dad called me a cheapskate. She didn't say a word. She asked me to come back inside for cake. Derek shifted his weight. Look, I'll figure something out for the medication, but you can't just cut everyone off like this. Watch me. You're being petty. I'm being done. I closed the door. Stood there. Thought about Mom rationing medication, about her taking half doses. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Sat on my couch. Stared at the wall. Mom's medication. $240 a month. That wasn't my responsibility. But what if something happened? Week 1. Wednesday. 2 a.m. Couldn't sleep. Still thinking about medication. What if it was serious? What if she ended up in the hospital? That would be on me. Wouldn't it? I got up, sat in the kitchen. Thought about calling Derek, asking which medication. Didn't. Went back to bed. Didn't sleep. Week 1, Thursday. Work was a blur. Kept thinking about medication, about Mom taking half doses. What if her thyroid got worse? By 3 p.m., I couldn't focus. Went home early, sat in my apartment, looked at my phone. Derek's message from Tuesday. Mom's rationing her thyroid medication. Thyroid medication. Week 1, Saturday, 5 a.m. Still couldn't sleep. Finally Googled it. Thyroid medication cost. Mom's medication, Synthroid. Clicked through pharmacy websites. CVS. Synthroid 100% Grease, 30 tablets. 2 Walgreens. Synthroid 100% Grease, so 30 tablets. 2 Prometheus generic levothyroxine, 100 mg 30 tablets. $42. I read that again. Generic. 40 name brand. $241 same medication. Same dosage. Same manufacturer requirements. 6 times the price difference. I clicked more links. Are generic thyroid medications the same? FDA. Yes, bioequivalent. Can you substitute Synthroid for levothyroxine? Doctor Forum. Yes, same active ingredient. Some patients prefer brand name, but generic works identically for most. I sat back. Mom was taking name brand, $241 a month. Generic was $42. She wasn't rationing because she couldn't afford medication. She was rationing because she refused to switch to generic. Wanted me to feel guilty, wanted me to cave, wanted me to pay for the expensive version. Could have switched any time. I closed my laptop. The guilt evaporated. Week 1. Sunday. 9 p.m. Knock on the door. Different knock. Aggressive. Dad. Michael, open this door right now. I looked through the peephole. Dad. Face red. Fist raised. I know you're in there. Your car's outside. Your lights are on. I didn't move. You have some nerve. Your mother is suffering. All because you're mad about a stupid birthday gift. He pounded on the door. This is my apartment, I called through the door. Leave or I'm calling the police. You'd call the cops on your own father? If you don't leave, yes. More pounding. My neighbor Mrs. Chen stepped into the hallway. Is everything okay? She asked Dad. He turned. This is a family matter. This is also a quiet building, Mrs. Chen said firmly. And it's 9 p.m. on a Sunday. Either lower your voice or leave. Dad stared at her. Then at my door. This isn't over, he said. Walked away. Mrs. Chen waited until he was gone. Thank you, I said through the door. No problem, dear. But maybe next time don't wait until he's banging on your door. She was right. Monday morning. Week 2. Email from Mom. Subject. Please. Michael, I don't know what happened at that party. I don't know why you're so angry. But shutting off our utilities and insurance is cruel. Your father and I are on a fixed income. Derek and Amanda are struggling with their mortgage. Sarah just got a pay cut. We need you. This family needs you. I know the watch wasn't expensive. I know Derek's gift cost more. But gifts aren't competitions. We love you both equally. Please come back. Please fix this. I miss my son. Mom. I read it twice, then opened my banking history. Found every payment from the last 36 months. Made a spreadsheet. Organized by category. Added it all up. 94,428. Attached it to a reply. Mom, attached is every payment I've made for the last 3 years. $94,128 total. Dad called me a cheapskate for giving him a $500 engraved watch I'd saved 4 months to afford. Derek gave him $2,000 golf clubs he bought same day and gets praised. I've given this family $94,428 over 3 years. Derek's given 0. But I'm the cheapskate. I'm not angry. I'm done. The bills are your responsibility now, not mine. Michael. Sent it. Watched the red receipt turn blue. She read it at 9:47 a.m. Didn't respond. Week 2. Wednesday. Sarah called from a blocked number. I answered. Mike, I'm sorry about the party. I should have said something. First apology I'd gotten from anyone. Okay, I said. Can we talk? In person? No. Why not? Because you want something, and I'm not interested in negotiating. I don't want anything. I just want my brother back. Your brother paid your car insurance for 3 years without a single thank you. You want him back? He's right here, just poorer. That's not fair. You stood there while Dad kicked me out. You didn't say anything. You didn't text me after. You didn't call. Until your insurance got canceled. Then suddenly you care. Silence. I'm sorry, she said quietly. I accept your apology, but it doesn't change anything. So that's it? You're just cutting us all off? You cut me off first. 3 months ago I left the family group chat. Nobody noticed. Not Mom, not Dad, not you, not Derek. 3 months. That tells me exactly where I stood. Mike, have a good life, Sarah. Get your own insurance. Hung up. Felt something. Not regret. Not guilt. Relief. Week 2. Thursday. Mom's birthday. I remembered because Facebook reminded me. 47 people posted on her wall. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful day. Hope it's special. I opened a text to her. Typed, Happy birthday, Mom. Deleted it. Typed, I paid $94,000 for 3 years of birthdays, holidays, and utilities. We're even. Deleted it. Typed, hope you have the day you deserve. Deleted it. Closed the app. Didn't send anything. Deleted her from my contacts. Blocked her number permanently. Sat in my apartment that night. Deleted text. Blocked number. Sat in dark apartment. Thought about all the birthdays I'd celebrated with them. The cakes, the candles, the same restaurant every year. Thought about this birthday. Alone. By choice. It should have felt wrong. It felt right. Week 2. Saturday. Ran into Derek at the grocery store. Parking lot. 4 p.m. We saw each other at the same time. Both froze. He walked over. Mike. Derek. Silence. Mom's birthday was Thursday, he said. I know. You didn't call? No? She cried all day. She stood there while Dad called me a cheapskate and kicked me out. She invited me back in for cake. Not an apology. Cake. Derek shifted his shopping bags. Look, Dad's stubborn. You know that. But he's also our father. And I'm his son, who he kicked out, who he called a cheapskate, after I gave him a gift I'd saved 4 months for. Maybe he overreacted. Maybe. Okay, he overreacted. But you're overreacting too. Cutting off utilities? Really? I didn't cut off utilities. I stopped paying for them. There's a difference. Semantics. No, responsibility. They're adults. They can pay their own bills. With what money? Dad's on Social Security. Mom's income is part-time retail. Then Derek's income of $180,000 can help. Or maybe Dad shouldn't have bought a $2,000 golf club set. Priorities. Derek's face reddened. You're being vindictive. I'm being clear. For 3 years, I was the family ATM. Nobody said thank you. Nobody contributed. And the second I stopped, I became the villain. That's not vindictive. That's just seeing clearly for the first time. So what now? You just disappear? I didn't disappear. I stopped being invisible. I walked to my car. Derek called after me. Uncle Steve called Dad. Told him he's a selfish prick and that you deserved better. I stopped. Turned around. Yeah? Yeah. They got into it. Haven't spoken since. So congratulations. You're breaking up the family. I didn't break anything. I just stopped fixing it for free. Drove home. Took the watch off my wrist. Set it on the counter. Looked at it. Engraved. Personal. $500. Put it back on. Week 2. Sunday. Recalculated everything. Went through every bank statement again. Found expenses I'd missed. Dad's car insurance, $167 month. I'd been covering since month 4. Amazon Prime family plan, 15-month Spotify family plan, 17-month mom's prescription delivery fee, 12-month Derek's Audible subscription, 15-month added them up. New total, $28.47 month. Times 36 months. $102,492. I'd been off by $8,000. Made a note. Updated my spreadsheet. Saved it. Family contributions. Final count XLSX. $102,492. 3 years. 1 cheapskate comment. 0 apologies. I closed my laptop. Made coffee. Sunday morning. Quiet apartment. For the first time in 3 years, I wasn't dreading Monday. Wasn't dreading the next bill. Wasn't dreading the next family dinner where I'd be background noise. I was just free. And that feeling? Worth every penny of the $102,492. Worth every missed call. Worth every angry text. Worth every accusation of being cruel or vindictive or petty. Because for the first time since I was 24 years old, I wasn't carrying anyone else's weight. Just mine. And mine was light. Month 1, week 3. I went on a date. Emma. Met her through a friend from work. Drinks at a wine bar downtown. She was funny, smart. Had her life together. 30 minutes in, she asked about my family. Standard question. We're not close, I said. Oh, why's that? How do you explain $102,000 on a first date? How do you say, I paid my family's bills for 3 years and they called me cheap? How do you make that sound normal? Just grew apart, I said. She nodded but didn't believe me. The conversation shifted, got awkward. By dessert, she was checking her phone. I should get going, she said. Early morning tomorrow. It was 8:30 p.m. I drove home alone, sat in my apartment. Realized I couldn't date right now, because any real conversation meant explaining my family, and explaining my family meant reliving it, and I didn't want to relive it. I wanted to forget it existed. Month 1, week 4. Couldn't stop checking Facebook. Late nights, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., scrolling through family posts. Mom posted an article, When Children Abandon Their Parents, shared with the caption, heartbreaking. Some people forget where they came from. 43 likes. 12 comments of support. So sorry you're going through this. Praying for your family. Kids these days have no respect. Nobody asked why. Nobody said, what happened? Just assumed I was the problem. Derek posted photos from their vacation to Lake Tahoe. Wait, vacation? Can't afford utilities but can afford vacation? I clicked through the album. Nice hotel. Boat rental. Fancy dinners. One photo. Derek holding a beer at sunset. Caption. Sometimes you just need to get away and reset. Posted 3 days after claiming they couldn't afford insurance. My jaw clenched. Kept scrolling. Dad posted a photo at a grocery store. Single shopping bag visible. Caption. Making it work. One day at a time. Comments. Stay strong, Jim. I zoomed in on the photo. Brand name items in the bag. Not generic. I closed Facebook. Opened it again at 3 a.m. Couldn't help it. Sarah posted, got insurance through work, $290 a month, but at least I'm covered again. More than I'd been paying. She still complained about it. Derek posted, gym membership gone. Doing push-ups in my apartment like it's 2008. Bodyweight exercises are free, right? 14 comments. Half supportive, half mocking. Dad posted, anyone hiring? 30-plus years management experience. DM me. Then another. Applied to 5 positions this week. Staying positive. Then another. Interview at Home Depot Tuesday. Fingers crossed? I read that one twice. Home Depot. Dad had been a regional manager at a manufacturing company. $90K salary when he got laid off. Now applying at Home Depot. For what? Cashier? Stock clerk? Something twisted in my chest. Then I remembered. Cheapskate, get out. Closed Facebook. Month 2, week 1, drive home from work. Took the long way. Past their neighborhood. Not intentionally, just happened. Drove by their house. Dad was outside, mowing the lawn. I slowed down. He looked older. Thinner. Pushed the mower across the yard. Stopped. Wiped his forehead. Looked tired. I kept driving. Pulled into a grocery store parking lot 2 blocks away. Sat there. Realized I was stalking my own father. Felt weird about it. Drove home. Month 2. Week 2. Phone rang. Area code I didn't know. Answered without thinking. Michael, it's Aunt Linda. I almost hung up. Hi, Aunt Linda. I wanted to check on you, see how you're doing. I'm fine. Your mother says you're not returning calls. That's correct. Silence. Can I ask why? Did Mom tell you what happened at Dad's birthday? She said there was a disagreement about a gift. Anything else? No. Then you don't have the full story. I told her. All of it. The watch, the insult, the 3 years of payments, the 102,492. Silence on the line. Then, oh, Michael. Yeah, I had no idea. Nobody did, because I didn't complain. I just paid. Your mother called me last week, asked if I could help with their electric bill. My stomach dropped. What did you tell her? I said yes. I sent her $300. Aunt Linda. I didn't know, Michael. She made it sound like an emergency. You're the new ATM now. Give it 2 years. What? That's how it works. They'll ask for help temporarily. Then it becomes expected. Then it becomes your fault if you stop. I appreciate the warning. I'm not kidding. They did this to me for 3 years. They'll do it to you. Aunt Linda was quiet. I'll talk to them, she said finally. Don't bother. They won't listen. Month 2, week 3, Sunday, grocery shopping, saw Dad at the store, different store than usual, budget grocery chain. He didn't see me. I watched from the next aisle. He was comparing prices, reading labels, checking his phone, probably a calculator app. Picked up the generic cereal. Put back the name brand. 1 plastic bag. Not 3. He looked smaller somehow. Not physically, just diminished. I stayed hidden until he checked out. Watched him leave. Sat in my car. Held the photo from my glove box. Picture of me and Tyler. My nephew. Derek's son. Taken 2 years ago. Christmas. Tyler was 4 then. 6 now. Smiling. Gap-toothed. Hugging my leg. Held it for 10 minutes. Put photo face down. Couldn't look at it tonight. Month 2, week 4. Back at the same grocery store, same time. Sunday afternoon. Derek was there this time, with Amanda and Tyler. I ducked behind the bread aisle, watched them shop. Tyler was pulling on Derek's arm. Can we get the good cereal? Not today, bud. We're doing the cheap stuff. But I don't like it. Then you cannot eat breakfast. Tyler went quiet. I'd never heard Derek talk to him like that. Amanda looked exhausted, dark circles under her eyes. They argued over which pasta to buy. 147 versus 189, 42 cents. They put back the 189. I stayed hidden until they left. Drove home. Couldn't stop thinking about Tyler, about the cereal, about 42 cents. Then remembered. Not my problem. I didn't create this situation. They did. Month 3. Week 1. Overheard a conversation at the grocery store. I wasn't trying to listen. Just happened to be in the next aisle. Dad and Derek. Both shopping. Didn't realize they'd run into each other. Derek. Did you get the Home Depot job? Dad. Start Monday, morning shift. Derek. How much? Dad. $15.50 an hour. Silence. Derek. That's... Dad. I know, but it's something. Derek. Linda's helping with the electric bill this month, but she can't keep doing it. Dad. I know. Derek. We need to talk to Mike. Dad. No? Derek. Why not? He's being unreasonable. Dad. He's not unreasonable. I was. I froze. Dad continued. I called my own son a cheapskate in front of the whole family. Over a watch he'd saved months to buy me. A watch I didn't even look at properly. Didn't even read the engraving. But, no. Derek, you want the truth? That watch meant more than your golf clubs. Not because of the price, because he thought about it, personalized it, worked for it. Silence. Dad, your gift was expensive. His was thoughtful. I chose wrong. And I'm paying for it now. Derek, we're all paying for it. Dad, no, we cost it. Michael just stopped being our safety net. I stood there, frozen. Couldn't move. Derek, so what do we do? Dad, we figure it out. Like adults. Like we should have done 3 years ago instead of letting a 24-year-old kid carry us. They finished shopping. I waited until they left. Stood there in the canned goods aisle. That was the closest thing to an apology I'd gotten. And he hadn't said it to me. He'd said it to Derek, in a grocery store, where I wasn't supposed to hear it. Didn't change anything. But it meant something. I finished my shopping, drove home. Took out Tyler's photo again. Stared at it. Thought about putting it somewhere I could see it. Set it face down again in the drawer. Month 3. Week 2. Mom's birthday. Again. Didn't send anything. Didn't call. Didn't post on Facebook. Just let the day pass. Saw the posts, though. Sarah posted a photo of Mom with a small cake. Caption. Happy birthday to the strongest woman I know. We love you. Derek posted, HBD Mom. Thanks for everything. Aunt Linda posted, Happy birthday, Linda. You deserve the world. 41 people wished her happy birthday. I wasn't one of them. Thought about sending a text. Happy birthday. Hope you're well. Typed it, deleted it, closed my phone. That night, I got a text from a blocked number. This is your mother. I know you won't respond, but I want you to know I miss you. I carried you for 9 months. I raised you for 18 years. And now you won't even wish me happy birthday. I don't know who you are anymore. I read it 3 times. Wanted to respond. I'm the ATM you forgot was a person. Didn't. Just blocked the number. Sat in my apartment. Dark. Quiet. The watch on my wrist caught the light from the window. Engraved. Personal. $500. Still hadn't taken it off. Month 3. Week 4. Facebook showed me something I didn't want to see. Dad's new profile photo. Him in a Home Depot apron. Caption. New chapter. Grateful for the opportunity. 63 likes. Comments. Proud of you, Jim. Way to stay positive. Hard work pays off. Nobody mentioned he was 62. Nobody mentioned this was a step down from regional manager. Nobody mentioned he was making $15.50 an hour. They just cheered, like it was a promotion. I closed Facebook for the last time that night. Deleted the app. Didn't need to see it anymore. Didn't need to know. Because knowing meant feeling. And feeling meant questioning. And I didn't want to question anymore. I'd made a choice. 3 months ago. In clarity, not anger. And I was sticking to it. Whether it cost me sleep or not. Month 4. Facebook showed mom at CVS pharmacy. Generic prescription bag visible in photo. $40 co-pay receipt in her hand. She'd switched. Finally. Caption mentioned budgeting and making it work. Dad's Home Depot paychecks. Mom's Target shifts. They were covering bills. Barely. But covering them. Caption. Grateful for helpful pharmacists who take time to explain options. 27 likes. No mention of the 3 months she'd spent rationing name-brand medication. No mention of using it as leverage. Just gratitude for pharmacists. I closed the notification. Month 5. Work was good. Promotion came through. Senior analyst position. $12,000 raise. Celebrated alone. Nice dinner. Bottle of wine. Thought about calling someone. Didn't have anyone to call. Month 6. Tyler's 7th birthday party. I knew because Sarah posted about it. Backyard party, bounce house, cake, 15 kids running around. I drove by, didn't stop, parked 2 houses down, watched from the car. Tyler running, laughing, covered in frosting. Derek pushing him on the swing. Amanda setting out food. Mom and Dad sitting at a picnic table. Dad in his Home Depot shirt. Just got off work, probably. Mom laughing at something Sarah said. Normal family gathering. Without me. Tyler ran past my car. 3 seconds of eye contact. He didn't recognize me. 3 months. Forever, when you're 6. I drove away. Month 7. My 32nd birthday. Tuesday, regular workday. Got birthday messages from coworkers. Card from my boss. Happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Took myself to dinner. Nice restaurant downtown. Sat alone at a table for 1. Ordered the good steak. Bottle of wine. Dessert. Bill came to $180. Worth it. Looked around the restaurant. Table near the window. Family of 6. Celebrating something. Balloons tied to 1 chair. Laughter. Toasts. Photos. For a second, I wondered if that could have been us. If I just kept paying. Kept quiet. Kept being the ATM. Would I be at a table with them right now? Probably. Would I be happy? No. I'd be present. Not happy. There's a difference. Paid my bill. Went home. No cake. No candles. No calls. Just me and a $180 dinner receipt. And somehow, that felt more honest than 12 people pretending to care. Month 8. Cleaning out my car. Found an envelope under the passenger seat. Addressed to me. Dad's handwriting. Postmarked 3 months ago. Must have fallen when I brought in groceries. I opened it. 3-page letter. Handwritten. Michael, I don't know if you'll read this. I don't know if you'll even open it. But I need to write it anyway. I was wrong. Not just at the party, about everything. I called you a cheapskate, in front of your family, over a gift you'd worked months to afford, a gift you'd personalized, a gift that meant something, and I threw it back in your face. I compared you to your brother, made you feel small, told you to leave my house. I did that because I'm a proud, stubborn old man who couldn't admit I'd become dependent on my own son's generosity. For 3 years, you paid our bills. You never complained. You never asked for anything in return. You just quietly carried us. And we never said thank you. Not once. We just got comfortable. Expected it. Took it for granted. When you stopped, I got angry. Blamed you. Called you cruel. But you weren't cruel. You were clear. You set a boundary I should have set myself 3 years ago. I'm working now. Home Depot. $15.50 an hour. It's humbling. I stock shelves. Help customers find paint. Wear an apron with my name on it. I'm 62 years old and I'm starting over. And you know what? I should have done this 3 years ago. Your mother is working at Target. Part-time. Cashier. Derek picked up a weekend warehouse shift to help with his mortgage. We're figuring it out. Like we should have been doing all along. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't expect you to come back. I just want you to know. You were right. About all of it. The watch is on my dresser. I read the engraving finally. JM, from your son. Simple. Perfect. It meant more than the golf clubs. I was just too proud and stupid to see it. I'm sorry, Michael, for everything. Dad. I read it 3 times. Sat in my car. Letter in my hands. 3 months old. He'd written this in month 5. I'd had it under my seat for 3 months. Never saw it. Never read it. Would it have changed anything if I'd read it sooner? Probably not. But maybe. I folded the letter. Put it in my glove box. Next to Tyler's photo. Didn't respond. Didn't call. Just kept it. Month 9. Mom texted. New number? I hadn't blocked this one yet. We miss you. That was it. 3 words. No guilt trip. No manipulation. No demands. Just, we miss you. I stared at the message. Typed, I miss you too. Deleted it. Typed, thank you for saying that. Deleted it. Typed, maybe someday. Deleted it. Didn't respond. Put my phone down. The watch was in my drawer now. Not on my wrist. Not thrown away. Just kept. Like the letter. Like Tyler's photo. Things I couldn't wear but couldn't discard. Month 10. Ran into Uncle Steve at a coffee shop. He saw me first. Michael, hey. We hugged, sat down, talked for an hour. He asked how I was doing. I told him, good. Work's good. Life's quiet. He nodded. Your dad asks about you. Yeah? Every time I see him, which isn't often, but yeah. Asks if I've heard from you. How you're doing. What do you tell him? That you're doing fine. That you're better off. Am I? Uncle Steve looked at me. Really looked. Are you? I thought about it. The quiet apartment, the solo birthday, Tyler not recognizing me, the letter I'd found too late. I don't know, I said honestly. That's fair. We finished our coffee. He stood to leave. For what it's worth, he said, you did the right thing, setting boundaries, protecting yourself. That took guts. Doesn't always feel right. The right thing rarely does. He left. I sat there, thought about that. Month 11. Thanksgiving. Didn't get invited. Didn't expect to. Made myself a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store, mashed potatoes from a box, watched football alone. It was fine, not good, not terrible, just fine. Saw the family photos on Facebook. Big dinner, full table, everyone smiling, Mom, Dad, Derek, Amanda, Tyler, Sarah, Aunt Linda, empty chair where I used to sit. Nobody mentioned it in the photos, just kept smiling. I turned off my phone, finished my chicken, went to bed early. Month 12. 1 year. I'd made it a full year. No contact. No payments. No family dinners. Just me. Work was good. Got another small raise. Apartment was still quiet. Dating was still complicated. But I was surviving. More than surviving. I was okay. Most days. Christmas came. Didn't buy anyone gifts. Didn't receive any. Just another day. Sat with morning coffee. Looked at the watch in my drawer. At Dad's letter. At Tyler's photo. Thought about reaching out. Didn't. Closed the drawer. Maybe someday. Maybe never. Both felt equally possible. And somehow, I'd made peace with both. Because here's what I learned. You can't make people value you. You can't force them to see you. You can't buy their love with $102,000 or a $500 watch or anything else. All you can do is value yourself enough to stop waiting for them to. And when you do that, you lose something. Maybe you lose a family. Maybe you lose traditions. Maybe you lose the illusion that it was ever going to be different. But you gain something too. Freedom. Boundaries. Self-respect. The knowledge that you're worth more than being someone's ATM, that you deserve to be seen, appreciated, valued. Even if the people who should see you never do. Was it worth it? The silence, the loneliness, the solo birthdays? I still don't know. Ask me again in another year. Or 10. But what I do know is this. I'm not a cheapskate. I'm not cruel. I'm not vindictive. I'm just expensive now. And if they can't afford me, that's not my problem anymore. The watch sits in my drawer. The letter sits in my glove box. Tyler's photo stays in the drawer, and I sit in my quiet apartment. Free. Lonely. But mine. And that has to be enough. Even when it isn't.